I don't even know where to go from this. It's like it's that phrase. I'm gay. I'm not. I didn't do. I'm not this. And I'm gay. First of all, the phrase is homosexual. You're attracted to the same sex. The word gay, if you look it up, it means happy. That's what the word gay means in the English dictionary. Homosexual people took that and they made it a part of their, or maybe people call them, well, they're gay, they're happy because they were just flamboyant, this and the other thing. But you know what? And some a mental that you could read people, not that I want to. I was at a store and this young girl, she was helping with something, and then she just, these pictures of like, her naked, like me on top of her. It was creepy. I wasn't even attracted to her. First of all, I don't know. I don't know if she was underage. Maybe she was like 17, 18, 19. I don't know. She couldn't have been over 22. And, she spoke, she had a fair tone. She just looked young, and it was just like, I wasn't even attracted to her like that. And then, it's like somebody insinuated, like, well, she's gay. And there was another girl who acted, she was young, but she interacted with me, this and the other thing. And, she was young, she was pretty, but it wasn't anything sexual. And I didn't feel any kind of, like, thoughts about sexuality, at least from her. And that's, when the first girl that happened, and she was helping me out with something, I felt like, am I being, and then later I went to my car. I was trying to rationalize in my mind, like, the way I think was like, did something happen to me sexually? And I'm, was I sexually abused and I don't remember, like, in my early childhood? Who knows? Like, people do some other demonic stuff to you, Like, I wake up at night and I just have sexual thoughts about my ex-girlfriend and I start to touch myself. And then I feel regret. I don't even want to do that stuff. I feel disgusted. But, Cynthia over there will try to get in your mind and try to do that, including her sister. They're like that. They're disgusting like that. But it's like, that's not it. And then I just went on iBlock.tv. I went in one of the chat rooms, and they were just like openly supporting pedophilia, and they were calling me a pedophile. But I just started thinking, and there's some of the guys out there, they're homosexuals. They'll say they're gay, but it's like, it's a form of sexual deviancy. If you're attracted to the same sex, that's an abnormality. And if you believe in that abnormality, what else can you go? There's degrees to that stuff, but you're probably over-sexualized. You're probably much more disgusting in your brain than you could probably imagine. And people say, well, they were born that way. Well, bacteria and diseases are born that way either. I just don't think they should exist. But they just talk about sexual deviancy and prowess. It's like, if you have sexual prowess, sexual thoughts on your mind when just anyone who comes next to you, there's no telling. Like, if you have a chance and you feel anger or hatred, maybe you go rape somebody and take advantage of someone sexually. What else is in your mind when we're talking about cat food, this and the other thing, or clothes, and you're thinking of sexual thoughts? That's a form of deviancy. You're a form of sexual deviant. I don't have any thoughts like that in my mind the whole time, like I'm awake. And the only time I do is if I do decide to watch like a porn or something, and I do have those thoughts there, but that's sexual. During my whatever hours, 23, 24 hours a day, depending on how much time I'm awake or whatever, I'm not, thinking about that, I don't have that many sexual deviant thoughts. I'm not a pervert. I think, homosexuality, lesbianism, and all the other stuff is a form of perversion. It's a form of perversion, and it's disgusting. It really is, because, this is not a religious thing, like, oh, you're part of the church. No, it's not that. And a lot of those people, they knew the truth, even from thousands of years ago. You people are disgusting. You really are. And right now, there's a guest that walked in my iBlock chat room, and through the rainbow colors of homosexuality, of gays. By the way, the rainbow is the natural colors of Earth, and is the first colors we see. They violated that as well, because they're an abnormality, and they're trying to be normal. You will never be normal. You never were normal. You're a sexual deviant. That's what all you people are. And whatever's in your head about raping people or sexually molesting people is absolutely disgusting. A lot of you people end up in fucking jail. Most of you don't end up in jail because you contain it and you suppress it. And you have multiple relationships. You have sexual deviance relationships, like, you know, have like 20, 30 guys and having sex with you or something like that. Because that's what you're about. You're sexually perverted. At least to my knowledge, you know. And, you know, when you get in my mind, I see whatever your fantasies are. I'm not an asshole. Okay, just because you think of like me touching you and being on top of you, and you're like 16, like you're disgusting. You know, the other girl that might have been that same age didn't think that stuff. You did. And a lot of you homosexual, lesbians, whatever, have these perverted fucking thoughts. I don't want to experience that in my day. The reason why I don't go out, I feel uncomfortable with a lot of people, is because of homosexuality. And not just the females. A lot of guys, it's guys. You know, like the last couple jobs I had, couple jobs prior, it was just a lot of homosexual thoughts. And one of the guys actually said, sorry, no, that wasn't me. So it's like, I didn't even say anything. So what the fuck are you talking about? You know, I didn't say anything about the homosexual thoughts. So what are you trying to say? You know? And it's like, why don't you just go about your day, do this and that, except, you know, instead of obsessing about sexual thoughts, about someone next to you. You know how disturbing that is when you're like, you know, you can see what they're thinking? It's fucking horrible, man. And, you know, it doesn't bother me. It just creeps me out. And you could paint the rainbow as much as you want. You're not part of nature. You're abnormal to nature. That's a fallacy in itself. That's another problem I had with the LGBTQ curious community. You're not part of the rainbow, the natural colors of Earth. You know, if you look at, I'm not trying to put Catholicism, but it's a covenant with like God after, you know, surviving the flood of like everything being so. Maybe there's a hidden story, like let's say there was a flood or something like that, and you people just destroyed the fuck out of this earth. I don't know. I'm just thinking like that right now. But this is a covenant of peace. You people aren't on that. You people are sexual deviances. You're the opposite of peace. You violate that those colors and the rainbow's colors as well. You really have.